Good Wednesday, everyone. I'm Cyrus Webb, and welcome to Conversation Daily News. Glad you all could be with us. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this hump day. We have a message from my book, Words That Choose to Live By. And in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you'll be part of my conversation with comedian and actor Scott Grimes. You don't want to miss that. Enjoy today's broadcast. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with their Wednesday headlines. In international news, U.S. and Ukraine top military chiefs meet in person for first time. The top U.S. military officer, General Mark Milley, traveled to a site near Ukraine-Poland border on Tuesday and talked with his Ukrainian counterpart face-to-face for the first time, a meeting underscoring the growing ties between the two militaries and coming at a critical time as Russia's war in Ukraine nears the one-year mark. Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, met for a couple of hours with Ukraine's chief military officer at an undisclosed location in southeastern Poland. The two leaders have talked frequently about Ukraine's military needs and the state of the war over the past year, but have never met. The meeting comes as the international community ramps up the military assistance to Ukraine, including expanded training of Ukrainian troops by the U.S. and the provision of a Patriot missile battery, tanks, and increased air defense and other weapon systems by the U.S. and a coalition of European and other nations. It also marks a key time in the war. Ukraine's troops face fierce fighting in the eastern Donetsk region, where Russian forces, supplemented by thousands of private Wagner Group contractors, seek to turn the tide after a series of battlefield setbacks in recent months. Army Colonel Dave Butler, a spokesperson for Milley, told two reporters traveling with the chairman that the two generals felt it was important to meet in person. The reporters did not accompany Milley to the meeting, and under conditions set by the military, agreed to not identify the military base in southeastern Poland where they were located. While a number of U.S. civilian leaders have gone into Ukraine, the Biden administration has made it clear that no uniformed military service members will go into Ukraine other than those connected to the embassy in Kyiv. In national news, ex-GOP candidate charged in shootings at lawmaker's home. A failed Republican candidate who authorities said was angry over his defeat in November is facing numerous charges in connection with drive-by shootings targeting the homes of Democratic lawmakers in New Mexico's largest city. The individual, who Conversations Daily News is not naming, was arrested on Monday evening after SWAT officers took him into custody and served search warrants at his home. The individual, a felon whose criminal past has been a controversial issue during last year's campaign, repeatedly made baseless claims that the election was rigged against him as he posed with Trump 2024 flags and a Make America Great Again hoodie. "I dissent. I am the MAGA king," he posted the day after the election, and on November the 15th he added, "I never conceded my HD14 race, now researching my options." He was being held pending initial court appearance today on charges including multiple counts of shootings at a home and shooting from a motor vehicle. In more national news, White House defends its delayed limited document disclosure. The White House brushed aside criticism Tuesday of its fragmented disclosures about the discovery of classified documents and official records at President Joe Biden's home and former office, saying it may withhold information to protect the Justice Department's investigation. A spokesperson for the White House counsel's office told reporters that the White House was releasing information as it deemed it appropriate. Responding to criticism of the piecemeal disclosures, the individual said the White House was trying to be mindful of the risk in sharing information that's not complete. "We're endeavoring to be as transparent and informative to you all in the media, to the public, as we can do consistently with respecting the integrity of an ongoing Justice Department investigation," they said. The discovery of the documents in Biden's possession complicates a federal probe into former President Donald Trump, who the Justice Department says took hundreds of records marked classified with him upon leaving the White House in early 2021 and resisted months of requests to return them to the government. In sports, after playoffs, Brady faces choice of whether to continue. If Tom Brady retires in the offseason, he'll walk away following one of the worst playoff games of his career, says the Associated Press. The seven-time Super Bowl champion had a tough night against Micah Parsons and the Dallas Cowboys, tossing his first red zone interception with the Buccaneers in a 31-14 loss that ended Tampa Bay's up-and-down season Monday night. Brady won't be returning home to the Bay Area for a rematch against Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC divisional round. He may be going home for good, however, says the Associated Press. And finally, in entertainment news, Leslie Jones promises to be herself hosting The Daily Show. Comedian Leslie Jones will be taking a temporary whirl as host of The Daily Show this week. and she says viewers can expect her trademark some blunt, edgy humor. I'm not Jon Stewart, I'm not Trevor Noah, I'm Leslie Jones, she says, so I'll be bringing that vulnerable honesty, the Saturday Night Live alum joked in an interview on the eve of her new gig. Jones' stand-in as host this week on the Comedy Central topical show yields to 4 more upcoming weekly gigs by comedians Wanda Sykes, D.L. Hughley, Chelsea Handler, and Sarah Silverman. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's on time for a message from my book, Words That Choose to Live By. Enjoy. Good Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Words That Choose to Live By. This moment right now is a present. Your life is an opportunity. Choose to see yourself as a gift that you are and live your life with purpose. Have an amazing Wednesday. We are part of my conversation coming up with Scott Grimes in today's Entertainment Spotlight. Stay with us. You're listening to Conversation Daily News. For Conversation Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with Entertainment Spotlight. Actor and comedian Scott Grimes joined me on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about the success of the show American Dad, but also his career is a bit of our conversation. Scott, what has it been like for you to see the success of the show over the years?
It's been a gift behind the 8 ball a bit, because 7, 8, 9 seasons, even up till 2 seasons ago, everyone's been saying we're going to get, this is the last season, So to finally see this show find a really cool place in animation history is, it's for all the people that work way harder than me. I just applaud them that they get to take a bow. So it's been really, really nice to watch people embrace this show.
Yeah. And a lot of this seems to be a couple of things, Scott. One, of course, the talented cast, but also, I think, really resonating and giving people something to laugh and think about. I want to talk about the cast with you for a second, because you guys really seem to be like a family. Does that make it an added bonus for you as an actor to not only do what you love, but also to do it with people that you love being around?
That's exactly right. I mean, I'm a fan of everybody on the show, personally and professionally. I've been watching Wendy Shaw, who plays Francine, for my entire life. In these beautiful 80s movies, she's been Dee Bradley Baker, who plays Klaus, is one of the most talented actors around. Rachel McFarlane, who I've known because she's Seth's sister, but also what a talent. And it's also like Seth's choice to cast maybe some actors that do get along as a family in real life, that shows or you can hear within the voices, because that's rare. And we do table reads to like a theater production, to make sure the show works as a thing. So we treat it almost like a sitcom, but except we don't film it.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning into this edition of Conversation Daily News. Prepare to get on tomorrow with more news, message from my book, Words That Choose to Live By, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host Cyrus Webb saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversation Daily News today. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.